Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I am able to make a bunch of long form content for YouTube automation using only AI in like 15 minutes. Now don't worry, I'm not pulling your leg for this one. This is actually exactly how I do it, but I'm not just going to show you guys how I'm able to do it. I'm also going to show you guys when you're able to do this, because you're not going to be able to do this for every single niche. So to not waste any time, we're going to get straight into it. The very first thing we got to do is head over to YouTube to figure out what type of content we want to be posting. Now this is going to be specifically for faceless content. So if you're scrolling around on YouTube, try to look for channels that are faceless. For example, this is faceless, Football Creator. It's a faceless channel, but the thing is, the clips for this one, you're going to notice that for a lot of videos, something like streamer moments, celebrity news, or even videos like these football moments, they're actually getting real clips. Like if you're going to be talking about something, for example, an actual streamer or celebrity, you want to get clips that actually match exactly what you're talking about. The visuals have to match the actual script. But if we go to something like a channel known as Mr. Nightmare, who's like one of the biggest automation channels in terms of scary stories, you'll notice that a lot of his videos are just like either stock images or stock videos. Like all there is just a picture of a car. It doesn't matter what's on the screen, because for this, the most important thing is going to be the actual script. So if you're looking to replicate this the exact way that I'm about to show you, you have to find a niche where the script is more important than the actual visuals. And from what I noticed from growing a channel doing this exactly, I've noticed that majority of the times the audience is going to be a little bit older because they care less about what's actually happening on the screen. They care more about the actual script. And this makes it way easier for us, because finding clips is like the most annoying part about running an automation channel. Once we have a video, let's pretend that this is a video that we're going to be replicating. The very first thing we got to do is copy the URL and extract the transcript. So the website that I use for this is a website called Genlified. Just search up YouTube transcript extractor and you'll find a bunch of different websites. So we're going to copy the URL, paste it here, just verify that you're not a robot, and then click analyze, and it's going to take some couple seconds to analyze the video. All right, so once you have the transcript, it's going to be at the bottom over here. So this is the entire transcript. We're going to copy it, and then what I always like to do is I like to just put it in a Google Doc. So we have the entire transcript of the video right here. Now this is exactly how I make every single one of my scripts, and it takes me, I'm not even kidding, no more than 5 minutes to make a script. And we're going to be using AI. I used to always say that using AI is terrible for scripts, and that's because back then the way that I thought to do it was to simply just give it a prompt to make a script. But no, now what I do is I give it a script and say replicate the script. So ideally the main important thing that you want to do is whatever niche you pick, whatever style of videos you want to replicate, you're not going to come up with the video idea yourself. You're actually going to go and find a video that's already done very well, and you're going to replicate that video. Now there are multiple AI softwares that you can use. You can use ChatGPT, or another one that I've been using a little bit recently has been Claude AI, but you can use either one. I'm just going to use ChatGPT for the sake of this video. Now what you're going to do is, I have a Google Doc here. These are the prompts that I've been using. You can screenshot this and use the same prompts if you want, but just bear in mind that I have been tweaking these a lot, so I'm not going to like put it in the description or anything, because I still change these every single time. But this is ideally what you're going to be doing. You're going to give it a prompt saying, I want you to write a YouTube script for my own channel with a video idea being, and then you're going to paste the title of the video based on the transcripts that I will give you. So you're actually going to give ChatGPT this exact transcript. I will be sending you a transcript in multiple parts because I won't have enough space to put it into one. The entire transcript is like, how many words is this? It's 3,927 words. So it's a lot of words. So we're not going to be able to paste that into just one section. That's where we're going to be sending it in multiple parts. Only start making the new script once I've sent you everything. For some reason, it never does this. It always starts making the script right after you send the first batch. But in the end, it turns out fine. Make it similar but improve upon it. Do your own research that relates to the topic and then add to the script. What you'll notice is when you're making the script and you're telling it to do 2,000 words, oftentimes it's going to stop at like 1,000 words, which is very important that you'll tell it to continue. Never use the first script that it gives you. Always, that's why I say like I always tweak upon this, because even if I give it just this entire thing, I'll have to keep messing around with it until I get a good batch. I would copy this, I would go into ChatGPT, I'd paste it here, and then I would go back to the YouTube video, 3 disturbing true truck horror stories, go here, change the title, which is right here, and then I would go back to the transcript. I would copy like half of the transcript, so I'd go to maybe to like the 6th page over here, copy this, paste it over here, and I would say first batch. So that's why I have over here first batch. You see exactly what I told you. It starts writing it as soon as you give the first batch. But that's fine, we'll go back, we'll get second batch. The only part that takes a long time for this whole thing is just waiting for the AI to actually finish doing its work. Apart from that, everything you can do extremely quick. The only times I'm ever waiting is while I'm waiting for the voiceover to finish, while I'm waiting for the script to finish. That's the only part of it that takes me a long time to do. Okay, now once it's done both parts, This is going to be very important. I always say this. Now I want you to give me everything you just gave me in a format where it's easy to copy and paste into a voiceover software, which means keep only the narrator's part. The narrator's part is just to pretty much remove, like, you know, where it says conclusion, slow stuff, story 3, Screaming Woods. Now the script is done. We just want to check if it actually has enough words. So we're going to copy everything, paste it here, and then check the word count. So it's 1099. So we're going to go back and say continue to reach 2,000 words. So it added onto it. So now we're going to check how much the word count is. It's 2,043, which is good. That's exactly what we want. Now what I would recommend doing is reading the script over, making sure everything's exactly how you want it. Just in case if there's anything that you don't like, you can just go and tweak it. You can tell it to, you know, change this, change that. But if this is the script that you want, the next step is going to be to actually go and do the voiceovers. Now the voiceovers, I'm going to tell you a method that I've told you guys maybe 100 times by now, which is 11 Labs. If you go in 11 Labs and you paste your entire script, obviously it won't let you paste the entire script. It's going to cap you out at a certain amount of characters, which is normally good because you should never paste your entire script into one box on 11 Labs, because the way that the narrator is going to make it flow is going to flow very weird. You should always paste it into bits and then get the entire thing and then put it into your editing software. But what I've been doing is I downloaded the app on my phone, and then I would pretty much just email myself my entire script, open it up on my phone. I can't show you guys this right now because I'm recording with my phone, but I would download the app, take my script, I would paste it into 11 Labs on the phone, and then while I'm listening to it, making sure everything is good, I would be screen recording at the same time. And then once I'm done, I can either airdrop it or I can just send it to my Google Drive and I can do the editing over there. I've been doing this because for some reason, on the phone, when you paste the entire script, first of all, it doesn't cap you at a certain limit, and also, it flows very good. Like, I've seen no issues in pasting the entire thing, and then the flow is a little weird. They start over pronouncing some of the words. No, for some reason, it's very good. Now, you can do that as well, or you can do the same thing here where you just take bits and bits of the script and paste it into 11 Labs and generate it and download it. But once you're done that, now you have your script done and you have your voiceover done. So we're pretty much like 50% there. Now, this is going to be the most important part, the actual visuals of the video, because that's where a lot of people struggle. Now, you'll notice what I've told you in the beginning of the video. This guy's just using normal images. Like, there's nothing special about these type of videos. Now, I know what a lot of people think. Well, you know, if you're putting still images, still videos, nobody's going to watch. The viewer retention is going to be low. Nobody's going to care. People are going to click off. This guy's still uploading to this day, and it's been working for him. It literally all just depends on your audience. On TikTok, I would tell you to never do this, because TikTok, your audience, you know it's going to be like 18 to 21-year-olds. So if you're posting videos for a Creator Rewards program on TikTok with AI, no, obviously you're going to need to, you know, have your visuals need to be appealing. They need to be constantly changing just so the viewer retention stays high. But that's because of the platform. That's because of the audience. Over on here, if your niche, like for example, my niche, majority of my audience are like 35 to like 55 years old. I don't really think they care too much about what's going on the screen. I think they care more about what's being said. Now, there's two ways that we can do this. First way is we can just use AI. We can get all of our pictures done directly from AI. If you don't know how to come up with prompts, you can just ask ChatGPT to give you prompts if you want. Or if you know how to come up with prompts yourself, you can do that as well. Now, what I've been personally doing is I've been doing motion images. So, for example, I just asked ChatGPT to give me quick prompts, and then what I do is whichever picture I want to use. So if I want to use this picture, I'll click over here on generate motion, and you can put the strength to whatever you want. I usually do like 5 or 6, and you click generate. This one sometimes takes some time to do because it's making it like, you know, start moving around and stuff. Now while this is loading, I know what you guys are thinking, you know, you're paying for this because you have a lot of credits. Yes, I am paying for this because it just makes everything so much easier. Don't worry. First of all, for this, I think you get like 150 credits per day or something like that, and it resets every single day. Now, obviously, that's not going to be enough because one motion image takes 25 credits, and then usually one picture, I think for me, takes like 18 credits. So if you're doing this with the daily credits that they give you, it's not going to be enough. Now, if you're willing to pay for it, you can do this. If you're not, I'm going to show you guys another method after this that's completely free. And I use both, by the way. I don't use just this because I just want to get the videos like right away. I just want to download them and put them into CapCut. So I'll show you guys both methods, and I've been using both. Now, okay, so now we have the video. You can see, you know, it's same thing pretty much. They're just zooming more into the car. Now, the thing is, these visuals, they're like 4 seconds long. So personally, what I do is I will take this visual, I'll make like 10 or 15 more, and then once I go into CapCut, I'll just paste them. I'll just take it, copy it, put it like 4 times, so it'll take up 20 seconds. One image will take up 20 seconds. And then I'll add all of the other ones. And by the end of it, the video is like, by the end of it, I have like maybe 6 minutes worth of images. I'm not going to go and make more images. I'll just copy everything and repaste it and then, you know, hope for the best. But if you don't want to use this, you can use something like Pixabay, and then here you can go into images, videos, and you can literally just search whatever you want. So for this video, if what we had was like cars, search up car, and here you can find a bunch of videos that you're going to be able to use. I do this sometimes as well because, like, you know, sometimes there's actually like some decent videos. If you're doing like a spirituality, philosophy type of niche, you can put like, you know, like some person meditating and stuff like that. It works. Okay, now I'm not going to show you guys like me editing this entire video, but I'm just going to give you guys a small little example. Okay, so I'll do it this way. I'll do one of my old videos. This is exactly how I do it every single time. I take the video. Imagine, like, for example, in my case, I actually screen record the video and then I upload it to my Google Drive. I'll paste the video here, and then all I'll do is I'll just extract the audio and then delete the actual footage. And now I have my script. So this would pretty much be my script. You can add background music if you want. Some people say it's important. Some people say it's not important. I couldn't really care less. And then for all the visuals that you just got, you would put them up here. So let me just find some random visuals that I have. Okay, so pretend these are my visuals. It's the first things that I found in my computer. It's one of my old thumbnails. For some reason, Heung-min Son, Genghis Khan, Messi, and I don't know what this, I think this was like some book that I was selling one time. So we're gonna put everything here. Pretend this is like 4 seconds long. This is pretty much exactly what I do. I would take this, copy it, paste it, copy it, paste it, copy it, paste it. That's pretty much it. Now I have it for like 20 seconds, let's say. Then I take Heung-min Son and I copy him, paste it, paste it, paste it, and then just put everything down here. And then Genghis Khan, and then we add Messi, and then the stupid book that I was selling that I don't even remember if I actually made any money off of this. And also, quick tip, what I like to do sometimes is, it depends. Don't do it for every single part, but you see like these like little pauses, I just cut those. I usually cut those out. So you click Control B, delete it, and then pretty much drag it back over. Listen to it and listen to what it's actually saying, and then decide if you want to cut it out. Because sometimes a pause is actually good because it adds like some sort of, you know, expression to what the narrator is saying. Don't just unpause, don't just remove every single pause. And then what I do is, for the beginning of the video, I go to animation, and the one that I use is usually zoom 1, and then I'll go over to transitions, and I'll pick a transition. The one that I usually use as well is mix or pull in or pull out, but recently I've been using a lot of mix. Now the good thing is that all of these right here, they're free, they're not for pro. I do have pro on this account, but the transitions and the animations are free. There's one thing that isn't free, which you guys, I'm sure you guys know which one that is. Now I only add that if you're doing the method that I told you where it's a copy and paste those motion pictures, only add the transitions to when it's switching to a different picture. Don't put the transitions in between pictures where it's saying the same as the other ones. Like for example here, copy this one to this one. I'm not gonna I won't put a transition here. I'll only put it at, like, you know, from my thumbnail to Heung-min Son, from Son to Genghis Khan, from Genghis Khan to Messi, and then from Messi to the stupid book that I was selling. So it will kind of look like this. Well, let me just mute this. So, you know, it looks pretty good. Like, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here with, you know, with Son and Genghis Khan in my thumbnails. And then sometimes, and I'll also add some effects. So film frame is one that I've been using. And I'll just put it across the entire thing. You know, it just kind of adds like a little bit of a nice little touch to it. You can go crazy on the effects if you want, just don't go overboard. And the last thing is just the auto captions. So generate. Oh shit, my bad. Generate. Now this is the only thing from CapCut that I use that isn't free. But let me just say one thing. First of all, I don't have a clue how much I pay for any of this stuff. I have Leonardo, I use CapCut. I think I paid for ChatGPT as well, the 4 version. And also Canva for thumbnail. I have all of their premium, pro features, whatever it is, because it just makes my life easier. I think all of them together is no more than like $60 a month. So for $60 and I get to make these videos as easily as possible, I'll take it. And to be completely honest with you, I have no other option for captions apart from CapCut. I don't know any other option. So if you guys know a different option, by all means go and use it. I just don't know any. So I'm going to show you guys CapCut, and I'm going to be using CapCut. Now for the captions, what I do is just take the caption. Take the caption. I usually put it like the center of the screen, and I go over to templates. And usually the one that I pick is on TikTok. You would want, you know, singular words just so they're constantly reading. But on YouTube, it's not like that important. You can literally go for any of these. Now this script is from an old video of mine, so obviously keep in mind that. And that's pretty much how it's gonna look. And then it will keep flipping. It'll change from one picture to the other picture. Or video. So yeah, if you guys found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. The only thing that's going to be important is, like I said, just post very good amount until, you know, one of your videos end up doing well. Don't get discouraged if your video gets 30 views. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed.